Hello, friends. Today, I wanted to give you a couple of essential oil tips for two topics. One is for emotional uplift if you're feeling completely overwhelmed and just, you just need something positive and uplifting. So that's the first one. And the second one will be grounding, calming, soothing stress and anxiousness, because let's face it, we're all kind of looking for those. So without further ado, let's talk first about properties of oils, essential oils, and that there are base notes, middle notes, and top notes. Base notes tend to be thicker. An example of that would be patchouli, which I brought over here. So patchouli. And patchouli is very thick. So you'll see it doesn't come out, right? Like it's like, is it ever going to come out? It's a really, really thick oil. It's actually from a plant, but many of the base notes come from trees or roots. So another example of that would be vetiver, something like cedarwood. These are thick, heavy, grounding oils. You use a lot less in your diffuser. A little goes a long way, and they last for a long time. They are the last thing to evaporate if you're having a collection of oils on your skin or in your diffuser. They're the last to evaporate. And because of that, they make you feel plugged in. They make you feel grounded. Those are the base notes. The middle notes are somewhere between like bright and sparkly and plugged in. And those are sort of things like lavender or frankincense, where they make you feel a little bit grounded, but they also can be sort of uplifting. And they're the second thing if you have a collection of oils to evaporate. So they don't show up right away, but they linger a little bit longer. And then the third group are the bright, sparkly top notes. And those are things like citrus oils and mints. And so if you made a diffuser blend, say for example, or a roll-on, and it had peppermint, lavender, and patchouli, the first thing you would smell and the first thing that would diffuse in like a burst almost, while it's all coming out at the same time, the first thing that would sort of hit you would be the peppermint. And over time, you'd start to smell the lavender. And then over time, you would start to smell the patchouli. So the top notes, the citruses and the mints, those are your super uplifting and bright, sparkly ones. They're great for the morning. They're great for when you're feeling down. They're very uplifting. And so my recommendation for a diffuser blend for you for uplift in the morning and when you're feeling like draggy and oh my gosh, I'm home again, or the news is too heavy and I just need something like uplifting, is wild orange and peppermint. And I would do them in equal parts, so say 2 to 3 drops each. If you're going to wear them, you need to remember that citrus oils can make you sensitive to the skin, sensitive to the sun if you put them on your skin. So let's stick with diffuser blends for today. We can talk more about the other options in the future, but for now, equal parts peppermint and wild orange. Hopefully you can see those. Okay. And then in terms of that's for your uplift. If you're feeling down, if you need something to cheer you up, to make you feel like joyous, look to mints and look to citrus oils. And then in terms of like feeling anxious, nervous, unsettled, you want to look for more grounding oils. And so some of the ones I like for that are patchouli, which I just said, very, very grounding. Vetiver, which is a root oil, super thick. My vetiver actually has a dropper top on it because it's so hard to come out. It's so hard to come out of the bottle. Copaiba or copaiba, depending on where you are. This is a resin, so it's almost like a syrup. The trees are tapped. And this one is very calming. I have a dropper top because I actually take dōTERRA's only oil and put it under my tongue twice a day, morning and night, for calming, soothing, anxiousness stuff. And then there are oils like lavender. So lavender is a super, super calming oil. There are some people who who don't like lavender. I find that it's one of the most polarizing oils, probably because it's around so much. And it is actually one of the most adulterated as well. So you want to make sure you get a really good pure source of it. But lavender is very calming and soothing. Some other options in single oils are things like other florals, ylang ylang, geranium, bergamot, which is a citrus. You can also try things like cedarwood or black spruce. These are all calming, soothing oils. And then there's a couple of blends I just wanted to mention that I use personally. So one is Balance, which I used in my video for breath work. And this has black spruce, frankincense, blue tansy, really, really calming. I use it every night before I go to bed. I put it on the bottoms of my feet so that I'm feeling super grounded. I put it in my diffuser, and I actually, I use it a lot in my yoga classes for Shavasana. And in my diffuser at night, I mix it with Serenity. And Serenity has all the sleep oils. So things like Roman chamomile, cedarwood, ylang ylang, Hawaiian sandalwood, marjoram, lavender. Really, really lovely. It's got vanilla too. So if you have kids, sometimes they really like this one because it's a little bit sweet. And if it's too sweet, combine it with Balance and it kind of tamps down on the sweetness. And then another one I just want to really call to everyone's attention is Adaptive. So hopefully you can see that, Adaptive. And this is a line that was particularly designed for calming and stress management. So it comes like this. It also comes as a roller. I often layer it on my wrist with neroli, which is another of the floral oils. And this has so many different soothing oils. So it's got copaiba and lavender, spearmint, rosemary, neroli, sweet gum, what else? Wild orange, magnolia. So it's got florals, it's got mints, it's got grounding oils. So it's kind of like a perfectly balanced oil, a little bit of high, a little bit of medium, a little bit of base. And it's really, really a nice one to diffuse in your house. So if you're feeling like you need some uplift and calm, you could diffuse this with, say, peppermint or wild orange. If you're looking for this with a little bit more grounding, you could diffuse it with something like cedarwood or patchouli. I've been doing Adaptive and patchouli. It's been my combination lately. It's been really, really helpful. So base notes, heavier, woodsier oils, those will be your grounding, soothing ones. The middle notes that are like the florals and the herbal oils, those tend to be, somewhere in the middle. They can be uplifting for some people, grounding for others. The florals are very soothing. Sometimes I describe it like if you took a rose petal and you put it on your cheek, that soft, smooth feel, that's how it kind of makes you feel, is like the texture of a rose petal. And then the top notes, things like citrus oils and mints, those are really uplifting. So if you're feeling overburdened, if you're feeling, stuck, if you're feeling like you need to get motivated, and it can be hard if you're stuck at home and you're not used to working from home and you need to get things done, use your mints and use your citrus oils. Okay, see you for the next video soon.